Good morning. How we doing? We've got Ozarin, hello. Norman coming in with the sub. 32 months of eyeballs. How are you today, Tony? Butts. Scott. What are we up to today? We are going to be working on orcs. So I've got a WOG started. We've got a couple characters. We got some of the knobs. And then we've got some little gunner dudes that all need paint. So that's the plan today, is try and start in on these. I think today we'll focus on, I kind of want to start on this guy, and unfortunately with the black base coat, he's kind of hard to see. So maybe this is better for today, but maybe we get skin tone started on this boy. But that's the plan, is to dive into these orcs while I work on the nights off stream. So kind of like the Marines. These are just a lot easier to bring on stream versus me having to freehand and figure out all the big nights. I am realizing though that I left the skin tones over by the airbrush. Let me grab that real quick. How is everyone's weekend? What are we up to, chat? What have we been doing? Let me grab those while you tell me about your weekends. All right. There we go. Didn't think about it until I sat down. We're gonna go ahead and I just use the basic GW Orky skin tone workup too. I've got Log Flesh, War Boss, and Scarsnick. So we're gonna keep rocking those for this project. But yeah, what you guys been up to? We had a good weekend. Scott's still recovering from, he had a dental thingy. So we were kind of chill watching that for Saturday. Yesterday, Slam and I played Gears of War, which was a ton of fun. And I want to play some more Gears. And then rest of yesterday, I kind of worked on different stuff. I don't think there was anything. Yeah, it's kind of workout and more Ghosts of Tsushima. It's been about it for me. What about you guys? We wogging. Damage Carbine, how are you? Taking meds, driving RC cars, yep. Then, it was a good weekend, but trying to keep it a little more relaxed. Decide that the party in Pathfinder, after they leave a cursed city, will not be free of troubles to enter a normal city. Now I'm calculating if I need to quickly come up with a dungeon on the way. I mean, how much work is that we adding here last minute? I feel like if it's last minute, I don't know. Maybe like an encounter instead of a dungeon. I don't know. Would it be worth scaling it down a little bit? Carmen says, I'm going to paint out works for an hour. You put me in the mood. Let's go. Let's go. We also have, I kind of teased it yesterday, but I want to be able to talk about it more today. We've got a stream partner that we are adding. So I will talk about that here in just a little bit. If you were here yesterday, you know the news, but obviously with a sponsored stream, I didn't want to spend all that time going over a new partner. So today we will talk about that as well. But once more people come in and join us, we'll go through that. I'm in the dungeon above the Mad Mage. They just trip into the dungeon. We have news. Alex Ravenlord, welcome in. How are you? Is there a goblin camp from the Mad Mage dungeon? I feel like those goblin camps are always isn't that the Lost Mines has that one camp that just destroys new parties? I'm pretty sure that's like one of the D&D ones is just known for party wiping tiny new parties. Partner, that's right. Doing some coughing, hanging out. I hope that you feel better, butts. We're all making sure we get vaccines and stuff, but it's not fun. I am definitely someone where the vaccine takes me out. Like, making sure we have nothing planned the following day is necessary, so I get it. You eat your last hour, partner. Vandelver, yeah. If you do that first encounter, something similar to that. That could be almost dungeon-like. The result might be the same. Told Mini Butts about Tomb of Horror. She wants to do it. Of course she does. Of course she does. She's like, what now? Tomb of what? That's our Mini Butts. Mad Mage is a character cruncher for sure. There's a trap where you pull a lever and expect the statue in the middle to move and attack you. Nope, acid falls from the ceiling on you. Yep. Just a whole dungeon of things like that. I usually am. This COVID go around, they work to make it less impactful. Has been okay. Okay, that's good. That helps me. That helps me know what to expect. I hope that I'm the same then. I'm glad that you're doing well with it. It's not fun just being like laid out for a day. Can't really do anything. Good to know. Rainlord says, doing well. Travel day today. Decided to take tomorrow off work too. So gonna chill at home this evening and play Ark. Let's go. Sounds perfect. This is it is. Sadie has things to say. Sorry, chat. I challenge my own horror GM heart. Yeah, Mini Butts is gonna be. I feel like when she gets like a little bit older and she can get to more of the the more age appropriate horror stuff, she's gonna be a menace in the best way. A dungeon full of cruel traps, please. I like the ones that are like just a lot of puzzles, you know. Like you go in and like you can get around them, but like you're gonna have to think about it. We did Tomb of Annihilation recently. Had someone die to a disintegrate chest. It's always disintegrate, man. That's my one character death has been to disintegrate. It's always disintegrate. Give me Butts her first copy of 10 Candles. I actually got through most of Tomb of Annihilation without nasty deaths. Let's not mention the folks falling into the Mechanicum Chains thingy. Nah. I think I'd enjoy it with the right group. All right. Let's see. I'll wait a few more minutes, then I'll do announcement time. But yeah, what was everyone up to this weekend? Sounds like, yeah, getting a lot of vaccines and stuff done. Did anyone do some hobby? What did we work on, chat? I did not. I did, was it Friday? Yeah, because casting was Thursday. So Friday, I took most of the day to airbrush. So I worked on these guys. I got the next round of yellow boys ready. So the next round of yellow is a lot of vehicles. So that'll go reasonably quickly. It's like repulsors, impulsors, gladiators. That's a reasonably quick round of goodies for the yellow, which is good. You don't even know what the announcement is? Well. Well. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and go over it. The announcement is we are now partnered up with GamesPlanet. So, GamesPlanet is a PC code distributor that works with game devs. And because they go through the game devs, they can usually offer a little bit of a discount. They also do it's like special discount codes and things with content creators. So we are actually be doing our first one on Wednesday. We're going to be playing Chronos. So we will have a link for Games Planet for that. I actually, if you do exclamation Chronos, I already put it in early. But if there is a game that you would like, here's the goofy part. I don't have a specific code. It is, as the announcement there says, if you put that exclamation ref and then my name at the end, that's what counts as like the affiliate link, commission code type stuff. So that is there. If you guys ever need it, you can throw it in chat and grab the code. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, you can get the codes from GamesPlanet, and then you can activate that in places like Steam and everything like that. But that is that's our new partner, and we're going to be doing more work with them here going forward. So I'm very excited. If you want to check it out, we'll be playing Chronos on Wednesday. Let me catch up here. Since I was on call, started working on a friend's commission. Let's go. What are you working on for them? Need to set up a hobby schedule so I don't just arc all the time. Thinking gym days will be game time, non-gym nights will be paint nights. That's a good way to do it. I don't know. I'm definitely like, because you just finished a whole bunch of stuff with the nights. I feel like sometimes taking that game binge is it's just nice in between projects. I don't know if anyone else does the same. Like I've been doing a lot more gaming here, and I think it's helping when I do come back to painting. Doom Annihilation was great as the player. DM was mad about the book, though. So many empty locations with no explanations. Ancient City of Yester People? What's in it? I don't know. I hate that the pre-made books are like that, which is why we ended up selling a bunch of ours. Live Madness, welcome in. How are you? Chronos looks amazing. Got big Dead Space 5 from it. Yes, that's kind of the vibe I am seeing. I have purposely, I watched a little bit of a stream just to see what the gameplay was like. But I have avoided it mostly for story stuff. But yeah, if you like Dead Space, it looks like kind of the same vibe. So we will check that out on Wednesday. Army paint their entire War Machine Crucible army. Lots of teal. Ooh, sounds fun. Live Menace here is in case it's not in your chat because I don't ever know. There's the new partner, just in case you missed it. Pretty good here. We're working on some orcs today. But since I was experiencing Hobby Block, bought and replayed Celeste for a while, suddenly ready for yeah, sometimes just getting away from it. Just doing something else for a little bit. Like, yeah, my gaming binges here in the evening have made me it's a lot easier to get back to painting on, like, my days off streaming and stream itself, it's easier to paint more. I find pre-written scenarios to be kind of a miss. I'm also stingy, have a certain style most pre-writtens don't touch. I hate they just don't have information. Like, this is a really important room, and I'm like, why? They're like, because this person was here once, and I'm like, who's that? And they're like, that's not in this book. It's like, but why? It's your information. Why isn't it in the book? It's very weird. I don't get it. Let me pull up the reference for this guy. I do have him pulled up. I'm fighting to figure out what skin tone or... Okay. No shirt on. What I was worried about. I wasn't sure if the little duder had a shirt or not. He does not. There are a few that work well. A lot of the WotC books leave out necessary info. Yeah. Mad Mage, Dragon Horde, Strahd are better ones. Strahd has the benefit of massive online. Yeah, they've got the community has filled out on a lot of stuff. Or added to it. But yeah, that's why I tried to DM Avernus and I just got really frustrated. Because I was having to, like, research so much stuff not in the book that I bought. What's the point? What's the point of the book? Who knew having a work-life balance is a good idea? Who knew? I think I finally got it figured out, Chad. Finally. I'm not gonna lie, I feel behind on the Knights commission, but otherwise I feel pretty good. And the Knights one's just tricky because it's so custom. So, like, I want to do it right. Once we get it all, like, mapped out, I think it'll go, I won't say quickly, but, like, relatively quickly. But getting it mapped out's the tricky bit with that one. So I feel behind, but we have a plan. We're getting there. Alright, I think I want to work on this guy for a little bit. I know it's hard with all the, like, black armor. Just why I'm wondering if we should switch to this guy. What do you guys think? I feel like maybe we should switch. Even though that guy's really cool, we'll just work on him later. Yeah, this guy's got some more colors to him. We'll swap to this for stream. Unfortunately. We get some Hollow Knight boss together, we getting through that game. So I write scenarios with lots of opportunity for the GM to add their own flavor. People have been liking the style a lot. Yeah, I think giving the information and then letting them put together what they want, I think is a good way to do it. But when you just don't get the information, it's really hard. When I have to go to some wiki instead of the, the reference book I spent money on. It's very frustrating. Kind of the Oathbreaker gave me a 1,000-page book with lore, adventure, character options, etc. Work on the one you want to. The armor will start shop as you. The hard part with that other one is it's mostly black. The other color we get is a gray edge highlight. So it's like the knobs are mostly black armor because they're goth. So yeah, there's unfortunately a lot of black. Just how it is with this group. Argyle is a chill guy. He's very patient. He's very sweet. I'm very fortunate. And I want to make sure. That's the thing is I want those knights perfect. That's what it is. I want them absolutely perfect. And I'm going to take my time to make sure they're absolutely perfect. And that's why I'm taking my time, like, more than I normally would. Because I want them to be perfect. The perfectionist Nikki is coming out. And it's a problem. We need a Nikki K chill guy. I kind of like that. Let me, hold on. Because one of our September goals is more emotes. So, when we reach that, right now, our sub goal, I'm really bad about talking about this. Right now, our sub goal is more Subnautica. So, if you guys would like to see more Subnautica, that is our current sub goal. Write down chill guy emote. I do have some other fun September things planned as far as more emotes, or if we want to do a launch day or like launch weekend Silent Hill stream, something like that. But yeah, first up, we've got Subnautica, so if you guys want to. It is September. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a quiet September. Like the discounts aren't great this year. Until the very last week of the month, which is when they're gonna do the bonus for gifted subs. But if you are looking to save some money on kind of the recurring subs, so like for so many months, you can get a good deal on those, but the rest is, I'm not gonna lie, a little quiet this year. It's a little quiet. The new Dark Elder character, I don't like the pose at all. She's just like, haha, my weapons. Like, okay. I'm not a fan, but what do you guys think of the new Dark Elder character? I think it looks a little weird. I think I would swap out her arms pretty quickly. Buzz is currently sketching the Bell Beast from Sulk Song. Adorable. You're gonna have the whole game drawn out here during work. Usually I find people commonly fall into scenarios having to have an expectation of preliminary knowledge. Folks try to work too many problems in a scenario. A one-shot should work with like a TV episode. Deal with a problem. Entire episode focused around that. Yeah, because like you need to be able to, one, figure out the problem, have time to figure out a solution, and then do the solution. Like that's a lot of time already. You're trying to put a whole lot more than that. It's gonna take a whole lot more time. Fatal, welcome in. How are you today? We're working on some orcs today. What you up to? Kind of talking tabletop as you come in. Just not goofy, exactly like Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate. A little bit, yeah. I hate the pose. Everything else, like, I think could be fixed. The pose is weird. The pose is weird. I think I agree with JPick where she could have been painted to look a little bit more Dark Eldery. She looks kind of, I don't know, more luminous-y? Not quite as scary as some of the Dark Eldar. Jakari, whatever you want to call them. But like that's an easy paint them differently. It's the same issue that like Warcry group had. You mentioned the little trailer for the crawler delivers snacks. Saw a photo of it and it would only hold a small bowl or a cup. Perfect. But snacks though. Glad something is happening to Jakari. The only thing they did to them is remove models from the store. That's true. I guess how much more are we expecting? I didn't actually read the article. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the mini. Did it say something about the codex? Did we get an update on that? I feel like what I need to start doing on Monday is we start on just chatting cam and look at the new mini and then move over. And I just forget. Next week, remind me, chat. We're doing it. I'm making time for the announcement. I can do it again, Replay. We are now partnered up with GamesPlanet. So I mentioned it a little bit yesterday, but because it was a sponsored stream, it was a little awkward. I didn't want to talk about it too much. Well, we are partnered up with GamesPlanet. If anyone is looking for a place for games, they work directly with developers for CD keys. Because they do that, they can usually offer a discount, and then they get to work with content creators like me. So if you guys are looking for a game, I do have that code there. It's a little goofy in that it's not like a checkout code. You have to put my name at the end of a link for the game. But there it is if you guys want to use it. And we'll be using it again on Wednesday. But there it is ahead of time if anyone's looking at games. Welcome in, Reaper. How are you? Part of the game is bring the player up to speed with the truths of the world they occupy. Yeah, to find it so much easier in modern games. Anywhere between a week and 6 months, really. Soon. TM. Soon. Do it again, emo? What would that look like? I gotta get the old combat patrol. I have one, but I'm gonna have to get a second one that has what you want in it. Mind you, for Monday stuff. It's not coffee. I don't remember it. Yeah, I just need to get in the habit. There is a video game, a fighting game streamer that I follow, and that's his kind of setup, is they go over, like, the news, and, like, fighting game stuff has a lot of stuff on Twitter, so he, like, does a little news roundup, and then he goes to whatever game he's playing, and I really like that format. And it kind of just depends how much news there is for miniatures, but I don't know, I kind of want to try it, see if it works well for us. It's kind of a fun way to look at everything together and then dive into whatever we're doing for the day. Avian, hello! How are you? Who doesn't like my humor? It didn't want Nikki to know. Blarg, welcome in. Thank you so much for 75 months of fighting Twitch and my bot. How are you? What you up to today? Reaper says, I've already set this place on fire. I guess that's good. We Monday. The new one is Talons and Racks, it looks like. I'm just panic reading. I'm gonna go back to soothing orc painting now. That's right. That'll be there when you're done. Those will be there when you're done painting those orcs. That's fair, though. It's tough when they, like, drastically change what's in those, like, start collecting boxes. Combat patrols, whatever. Traxxas and is that Injora? Make different ones functional trailer hitches. Yeah. We were looking at, so Scott can RC some snacks in here to me. I see them on TikTok and I need one. I need a little snack trailer. Wait, it's a bad drawing of oh, do it again. It's not a bad, I quote that more than I want to admit. Okay, hold on. You're cooking today, Live Madness. I have to see, I know I have a lot of animated emote slots left. I don't know how many just, like, regular slots we have left. I think most of those are taken, but I'll see what we got. Alright, what else is silver on this boy? I think we got weapon. Oh, I don't have his little pole thingy. Okay, I'll have to get that later. It's tough because there's a squig in front of him with the box art. He's got chains and stuff. Oh, we'll go ahead and get those. That's okay. Alex and Alive Madness are on the same page. I've made a note. What do you think of the new Dark Elder Shadowheart, Lady Malice? I think the pose is goofy. Yeah, I'm not a fan. What do you think, Avian? I think the pose is weird. I think I would swap out her arms basically immediately. Caterpillar defeated, let's go. I'll get an alert of gaming is my therapy. Yeah, I don't know. The stream stickers are also kind of fun, but maybe a little limited. I was looking at Tangia as one that a lot of streamers use too. Was thinking about trying that. Oh, maybe we'll look into it. Hey Nessa, welcome in. How are you? You got you to paint wait. You got you to paint an orc. What's up? Well, yeah, we've got several orcs, Avian. This is a another smaller commission that I'm working in between the Knights and the Imperial Fists. Try and get them worked up here. So we've got a few characters. We've got a few of the, like, gunners that go on vehicles, and then some knobs. That's what we got. I like the model. I was not gonna buy another Codex of Models, but maybe her. Depends how close to the end the Dark Eldar Codex comes out. Because that's the last Codex, right? That's the last one we're waiting on? I'm pretty sure. Oh, who got you to paint orcs? It's not someone in chat. It's another, a client from outside of chat that I've been doing a lot of orcs and some Empire for, which has been fun. So not someone in chat to harass. That we're orking in between. There we go. I see what you did there. That's what we believe. The new edition next summer. Get the campaign that'll totally work in the next edition, and then new edition. The cycle continues. What up, JPEG? How are you? What you up to today? This guy just got one crazy tooth. Oh, he's got like a cap on his tooth. Okay. Like, what is this? If it is, I'll just buy the Archons and Malice then. Card players would always tell you their codex comes out last. You talk to people other than chat? I know. Don't make me bring TikTok back in here. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's here to upset chat again. I need to find a day to stream on TikTok and get that all unlocked. I just kind of lost steam on it because it was annoying. I need to do it again. I'm trying to decide what color pants this boy gets. I think I've done Mornfang for the... I think I want to keep it these browns though. I think it looks nicer. Let me get our dark brown out because I don't think I have them. No, I don't have that out. I'm sure this time they'll totally playtest the releases. For sure this time. For real, for real. That'll be interesting though, considering the rumor with the Night Codex is they had to like completely redo it. So do they learn? What's the change? Okay, where is my brown? There you are. My TikTok has been with slew of YouTubers and the xenomorph is Paul Wall. I finally get to watch the alien show. We got our Hulu thingy set up. Waste of mine, don't encourage them. Thank you so much for the bits. How are you? Welcome, welcome in. We're working on Orks today. Oh no, I found the brown, but it's almost out. I use this brown too much. Oh. Change they allow advance and shoot. So if knights go first, they can form a defensive line on all objectives turn 1. Good. I'll say it. Knights should be intimidating. They should be cool. Because you only get like 3 of them. Knights have been underpowered for too long. They should be cool and feel intimidating. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Good to see the guy choking out the xenomorph like a WWE move. Perfect. I need to catch up. Wolfsark, welcome in. How are you? When you have like 4 to 5 bigs and still smalls, bring it. I've never had a problem fighting knights. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Scott had knights. I played against knights a lot. And I never understood why people were so upset about them. At least when we played, they were totally fine. They were much nastier armies to deal with. Everyone knows the best knight list has no knights. That's right. That's what GW wants you to think. Oh, you want to play the cool big stompy guys? What if you got no big stompy guys? That'd be cool. No, I wouldn't. I did see that Wolfsark. I think they... What do you think? I should ask people before I give my opinion. I personally am not a fan, but glad they are getting another character. I think she looks a little goofy with her pose. We didn't need a new Archon. I like Lady Malice, though. I think her just showing off her weapons is weird. Give me an action pose, please. Oh, I had another... Whatever. I had another brown already out, which is good, because that other one is about dead. Okay, is my black also on the airbrush booth? It is! Hold on, Jet. Okay. I've not recovered, obviously, from airbrush day. Gas Knights my friend used against on the Tyranids, curb stomped them by turn 2. This was after the points increase. I think people just don't know how to deal with them. She's giving us her blue steel. No, I don't mind. I think the sculpt for, like, the face and all that's fine. I think her holding the weapons and just being like, look, is really weird. I think that bit's weird. I think the face is fine. And I think it does have the issue, like JPEG said, she didn't look, like, scary enough or whatever. I think it is kind of like that war cry where it's like, she needs to be... I would paint her face a little bit differently to feel a little bit more Dark Eldar, but I think the sculpt was fine. How do I make something from Zoolander into an emote? I think we got a good handle here. We still have to hit the sub goal. I'm gonna start there. We'll have to hit the goal first. Tourney win rate of knights is also what are they at right now? I don't know. I stand by. I feel like knights should feel scary. I think they should. I think they just got, like, pooped on for far too long. And they should feel scary. Tired of knights getting pooped on. I also don't think tournament win rate should be the only thing deciding some of these decisions. But that's just me. I think that's a good way to turn around or turn away a lot of casual people. Myself included. So I'm playing a Knight's Army, painting Knight's Army. They were too strong, especially when people were rolling out multiple attributes lists, plus more lists. 54% win rate, so right where they should be. If 50% is the goal, they're right where they need to be. Where's all this? Okay. Nikki ain't none of my business. Mm. Get rid of all vehicles too. Yeah, they're too big. Just basic troops, lieutenants. Yeah. What if we, you know, they were trying to make kill team into 40K. What if we just make 40K kill team? And then slowly add everything back in. Now all of a sudden we do have vehicles and stuff. What if we do that, chat? 54 winner is against all of 10th. Didn't reflect the most recent version. I don't know. I obviously don't have a horse in this race. But I do think they should feel scary. I think if a faction had to feel stronger, I feel like Knight should be in there. Make it all Blood Bowl. Butts is here. It's all more time now, baby. Taking the opportunity. See what you're doing. I respect it. Alright, I think all this armor is also black. Let's go ahead and hit that. With the Goth Orks, it's just a lot of black. We'll just go ahead and get everything we can. We'll have some checkers on the shoulder, which is always fun. I think I don't have a lot of checker this time. I think it's just kind of here and there. Some of the units we've done for this client have been a ton of checkers. This one I'm getting off a little easier. I'll take it. Take it. What are those big undead space marine guys? They should be able to throw teammates. The dreadnoughts. I agree. Let them throw more stuff. The fact that knights get to throw stuff is fun. More things like that, please. Let me absolutely yeet my opponent. On our first welcome in, how are you? If the knights, I think it's the claw. Oh, they can't do it anymore? 40K is taking away everyone's drip, and I hate it. All the cool shit's gone, Chad. It's getting me... Every time I find out something new about 10th, I'm angry about it. Well, it used to be, but if they had the claw, they could pick up something and chunk it. It was cool, but apparently not anymore. New edition of Blood Bowl is going to award throwing teammates. See? Sit chat, we're all playing Blood Bowl now. Because it's cool. There's ever a question like, should this rule be included? Is it cool? Yes. Include. Absolutely include that. Let's see, latest stat check latest day is 8/17 onward, not full edition. I don't know. I'll let you tournament players figure it out, but I think they should feel a little scary. Just because they're big and cool. There's one GW property going the right direction. I feel like the specialist games, people tend to think the same. Because I know, at least when it was still Titanicus, people were enjoying it. I don't know, with it kind of getting rolled into Imperialis, if people still feel the same. How do we feel Imperialis players? I feel like Titanicus people were pretty happy with. I don't know if that's still the case. I feel like the Necromunda people seem pretty happy. How do we feel specialist players? Warcry's still alive, which I think is the best update we can give it. How do we feel specialist gamers? Real agents have a 56% run rate, that time frame. Time to nerf them again. How high does is it like within 50s, they're still good? Like obviously if something's doing like 70, 80%, probably time for a nerf, but when do they start to look at? 45 to 55 is the goal. Okay. If GW nerf the Atropos, post-Canis Rex nerf and the Codex, Knight would be a lot less problematic. I feel like it's tough because people are always going to take the thing that's busted and take as many as they can, right? So it's really, it's not the army that's the problem. It's usually like a couple units. Because people will just pick that and go ham on it. Because, like, why wouldn't you? It makes sense. But it then becomes the problem. Someone must be playing Necromunda because they keep releasing stuff. Through like socials, it's my UK friends that I always see playing Necromunda. It's really, I don't see a whole lot here in the States. But I do see my UK friends getting to play. Seems much more popular over there. The same way, I feel like Imperialis is the same. When I get like Imperialis updates, it's usually my UK friends. Atropos is a complete outlier in design. Looks like points was down to 425. They nerfed it back up. Okay, let's go ahead and start some of the record flesh. 17 death masters showed this cameo exactly. If they're given the chance to just spam something, they're gonna spam something. I always like Highlander events where you can only take like one of something. I think that's always fun. Video set for Imperial Knights, so over bubble. Chaos Knights as of July meta watch from GW. Took too long. Finding anything on their website is a nightmare. I hate when like someone will ask a question in Discord and it's like, I know that was a community article and it's gonna take me the next 20 minutes to find it. So I try to search and it won't come up, and then I've got to like backtrack my ass through like a month worth of posts because they insist on posting multiple times a day. It's ridiculous. After post nerf is 405. It was sub 400. Sub 400 seems, yeah, that seems like a problem. For a big night. Seems cheap. Sorry, someone already posted. I think unfortunately, there's a few different spots to look at all this. It's all of the tournaments like to do their stats and stuff too. All pulling from different data points. Alright, get the wrapping on his wrist here. I think we'll do some gold next. This guy has a squig, which I've also got separate for painting. It stands in front of him. Almost all the bigs were sub 400 for a while. Feel for a while that made sense. Whoops. But then you update them and give them some more juice then. Because for a while the meta was taking all the small ones. So. But if you're giving juice back, then you gotta adjust it again. Probably because they're... I'm sorry. Probably when they're more promoting the armature stand. Yeah, exactly. Just still weird to me, but whatever. Did a cast nights too. 5 bigs plus more. Was those people running? The triple apropos. Yeah. Alright, what is on? I think these are actually metallic. I might make the skull white just to mix it up a little bit. Got more stuff on his boots. The guild armature spam. Unless you run the armature specific detachments. No more battle line. Let's go. Let's go. I'm happy to hear that. Then if you like little armatures, you can. Sounds like. I mean, unless that's just the way to go. But sounds like no, not anymore. No, I'll keep it metallic. That makes more sense. It doesn't really have any other, like, other than the checkers, he doesn't have any other, like, white details. And a lot of it's going to be behind the squig, so we'll just make it so it kind of blends into the boot. Alright, let's start some gold. I think he needs it. As a theme, no battle line for knights makes sense. Makes the RC based off of wounds. I know we're talking knights. Is there any other hobby news we're excited for, chat? It was what? Chaos Dwarves? I didn't look at the article. It was Chaos Dwarves and what were pre-ordered. I know there was the made-to-order Space Wolves, because chat so kindly reminded me. I feel like I need the Monday catch-up at this point. I'm just so out of the... Not playing anymore. I catch it here and there, but I don't... Not as much as I used to. More Lucas models for you, yeah! That and the... the absolute massive dreadnought in metal. Was what? The old Rune Priest, the Iron Priest. Lucas. It was interesting that, like, one was a bundle and then some of them are separate. Do I send you Lucas? If you want me to melt him down, you absolutely can. Necromunda, that was the other one. Yeah. Hey, Pretend Object, welcome in. The new Archon for Drukhari is way better than the current one. I'm glad you like it. I feel like I'm getting mixed on the Archon. Some people have said another one isn't needed. Some people are excited for it. So it's interesting to see as people come in. How are you today? Feel like I'm seeing mixed in the chat. Lucas Models is packing material. There we go. I'm getting into forging. Yeah, I'm gonna make wolf claws. All right, this is silver in the box art, but I feel like that's weird. I'm gonna make it gold. It's gold on like all the other boys I've painted, so it's gold now. Executive decision made. Some of us are 10 more jaded by GW. Yeah. I mean, I don't even play it anymore, so that's how jaded I am. Welcome back, Alex. We are still painting Orc. Trying to get all of our gold base coated now. I'm so interested in the new Magic the Gathering cards. Uncle Ben's grave, rest in peace, had me intrigued. Intrigued for what? Like what it does, or the card itself? Trying to see if there's any other gold, sorry. I don't think so, actually. Think, other than because I don't have his, like, boss pull. I think that's all the gold for now. If anyone who isn't jaded by GW, anyone wants some, wait, SE. Stormcast Eternals? No, that's SCE. Oh, Dark Eldar, sorry. Dark Eldar, Stormcast. Blades of Corn or Necrons? Too many abbreviations. Rinse Stew. I need to get altered with what's his name from the paper. I need Spider-Man's beat. Oh, you just like the comedy of it. That's fair. I like the art for some of the Spider-Man stuff, but like, I don't know. I feel like putting it in a deck that's not Spider-Man feels weird, which is why I'm a little like, it's weird they didn't do commander decks where like just lean into the theme. Cause like, I'm not gonna put a Spider-Man card in my like ninja deck, you know? It feels weird. I don't know. I think commander decks would have made way more sense. Because then if you are a Spider-Man person, you've got all your Spider-Man stuff. Let me get you correct. Malice is a bit meh. Is it the new Archon? Malice is meh. I'll be honest, I didn't really look at the Archon. It seemed like the other ones. I had a conversation with a local game store on Saturday. Was doing an intervention on my plastic card condition. I was going in for paints, I swear. Yeah, I think Lady Malice is meh. She's fine. I don't like the pose. I think it's very weird to just be like, haha, my sword. Okay. The fact that Spider-Man feels weird. Jace is out here and you get Peter flipping around Jace's exposed chest. Like, I don't mind the universe beyond. That's fine. But like, you're not giving me a lot of reason to take the cards in my normal deck. I would rather have like a commander deck where like, okay, I like Spider-Man, I'm gonna get my Spider-Man deck. And then obviously people will part them out, but I don't know, it feels weird. So a lot of people are upset about the Frank Sinatra. I've seen the complaint that it's basically like New York City, like the Magic set. Which like, I mean, it's kind of fair, but I'm also fine with like Universe Beyond and stuff. But I think it should have been Commander deck. It's the best way I can sum up how I feel about it. Let the people who like Spider-Man get their Spider-Man stuff, and then you're good. You know, you've got it all right there. Behold, sword. That's exactly what it feels like. You don't have Voltron, your Gwen. See, if someone else wants to Voltron, Gwen Stacy, Gandalf, and Cloud's Buster Sword, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. That's not the problem to me. I just feel like it's in a weird spot because it's a small set. It just feels weird. Like, I don't feel like there's enough to make something outside of, like, a couple things. It just feels weird. Yeah, what do I expect? It's where Spider-Man lives. Yeah, like, what else? That is the setting. What is the setting? My eyes glaze over because I've seen 20 years of look at my. There's just so much cooler poses they have, like other models. So when she has the just holding stuff, it feels weird to me. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, I don't like some of those other just holding models either, or holding sword models either. But can't yuck someone's MTG, but it's not for me, and I'm glad. I spent enough money on Final Fantasy. I hope the Spider-Man people get all the cards they want. I probably won't touch it unless there's a card that just really screams to me. And I haven't seen anything. Like, I'm a mechanics girly. If there's a cool mechanic, I'll build a deck around it. And I just haven't seen anything I really want to put money into. Hey, Calty, welcome in. How have you been? Painting's good. We're working on Orks today. We're talking Magic the Gathering for a little bit. How are you? Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I mean, that's a big part of, like, the comics and stuff, too, is, like, how he's in the neighborhood. I know there's a lot of, like, representation with Spider-Man, too. So to just, like, ignore all that, that's kind of weird. I also love that people are like, oh, there's just a bagel food token. It's like, we got instant ramen with Final Fantasy. Like, what are you mad about? What are you mad about? People just like to be mad. The kitten just figured out the keyboard shortcut to make my screen very dark. Kitten says, no, we play now. We play now. Bagels in New York? I know. Who would expect a bagel in New York? Wild. Truly wild Magic the Gathering. Hey, Nikki, to teach me to spreadsheet my models and organize my painting? I'm gonna be honest, I find that stuff to be a bit of a time sink. I don't think it's worth it. If it helps you, because I know it helps Sly, then maybe take a weekend and get what you can done. I think it's a waste of time. I think that's time you should be painting. See, fine, thank you. Glad to see you're doing good. Just got my Red Witch expansion. Yes, I did get mine. I had to set it aside for right now. I can't work on it just yet, but I did get it. Are you gonna dive in? I've got some commissions to clear before I can touch it. I'm super squirrel ADHD. See, that's why I have a hard time with the documenting. Is then you're just going to, I think, too many people then spend too much time on the spreadsheet itself. You're not actually taking care of the problem. Unless you can sit down and just knock that out really quickly. I don't find them useful. I'll do it for like short term. So if it's like I've got like commissions, I'll just write a list of what I've got. And that does help me a little bit. But it takes me 5 minutes to do that, maybe. If I'm like trying to schedule it. Takes like 2 seconds to write it in a list. If you're spending weeks putting this list together, you could have completed a couple units in that time. Is what I'm trying to say. And my take on it. If you can do it quickly, then maybe it's worth it. See, Decker, welcome in. So the announcement, I'll go over it again in case anyone missed it. We are now partnered up with GamesPlanet. So GamesPlanet is a CD key distributor that works directly with developers. Because they do that, they can usually offer discounts, and they get to work with content creators like me. So if you guys want to check out GamesPlanet, I don't have a specific code for like checkout, but if you add that !ref and then my name at the end of the URL, that will count as a commission, an affiliate link for me, so you can use that. We'll be doing the first one on Wednesday. Yeah, so the details are in that announcement, Avian. So it has to be added at the end. It's not a specific code. So once you pull up, like, say you want to check out Chronos. Actually, if you do exclamation Chronos, that's a good example. My little link has to be added at the end. So if you do find something, you can just put the !ref and then my name, and that'll count. Theirs is just a little bit more, it's more per game oriented than like a generic link, if that makes sense. But there it is, if you guys want to check it out. See, Decker, how are you today? A hammer to bonk me in the head when I wander away. Clear the desk. That's going to be my advice, Avian. Clear the desk. One project is on the desk. You can't put a new project on the desk until you clear the desk. Just put one on the desk, and that's it. You don't get to pick anything else until that's off the desk. Make a pact. If your friends want to buy new models, before finishing previous ones, they have to engage in a fist fight. It's Thunderdome now. Thunderdome. Friendship ended with Green Man Gaming. Now GamesPlanet, new best friend. They've been really nice to work with so far. Obviously, it's very new, but they've been very nice to work with. They also, if you guys remember the Warhammer Skulls stuff, they had the like digital goodie bag and stuff. So that's exciting too, that they work with the Warhammer games. So more to come for that. But if you want to check it out, it is there. I was looking for the generic link. Yeah, it's I wish I had a like if you click this link, everything counts, but that's not how theirs is set up. So, but if you copy pasta that little reference at the end, it should work. So thank you to everyone who uses it. It does mean that it helps the stream and helps me buy more games. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. Speaking of games, I played Gears of War yesterday with Slam, and that should now be on YouTube if you guys missed it and want to watch that later. We had a blast. I'm excited to play some more Gears of War whenever he is available. It was the Gears of War Reloaded, so their more recent remaster of it. I'd never played Gears before, so it was a ton of fun. Hershey, welcome in. How are you? GamesPlanet sounds like somewhere I went to print out sheets of cheat codes in 2004. Perfect. Nostalgia. How are you? Shipping models in tub doesn't count. It does, though. It does, though. Because we just need one unit on the desk. Whatever gets you there works. Absolutely works. Or you mean before you finish? Yeah, no. You need to finish it. Clear the desk, work on a unit, and then finish the unit. Yeah. Your friend is looking at a new box of Terminators in the store, but unlock a feedback on your phone. Slowly approach them. It's on now. You really want those Terminators? Hey, Wild Wolf, welcome in. How are you? Other than the colors, what do you think? I think it was really fun. I think some of the mechanics would have, like, blown my mind if it was 2005. Like, some of the, like, the little light puzzles and... Well, not really puzzles, but, like, mechanics and stuff are really... Like, if I had seen that in 2005, I'd be like, this is cool. Like, even now, it was pretty clever, so... Oh, it's Borderlands 4 week. Demon Slayer movie this weekend. Is that just in theaters for the movie? Okay, what do I want to work on next? I keep going back to the squig. We don't have the squig yet. I feel like... is it checker time? I don't know if I want to do checkers just yet. Let's start highlighting some of our black, and then we'll do checkers. It'll be on demand quick enough. I wish it was just... I'm so spoiled by streaming. There are very few anime movies I'd go to a theater for. I feel like the newer one's probably worth it. I'm just so used to, like, the older anime movies not being super great. But now it's like a whole thing for it to go to the theaters first and then come out on, like, Crunchyroll or whatever. It's in theaters, not sure about the online release. I'm waiting on player reviews for Borderlands. I'm in that same boat. I didn't care for 3 very much. And then I played a little bit of, was it Tiny Tina's, the, like, D&D one? It was okay. It was, like, fun for a little bit. Chat, anyone else gonna be checking out Borderlands? Like, I'll probably throw someone's stream on and watch that, but that's probably all I will do, if I'm honest. Oh, Demon Slayer. Yeah, no, sorry. Demon Slayer movie, not Borderlands movie. I know Borderlands is not worth going to at theaters. I forgot it had a movie until you said that. Holy cow. That's how quickly it was, I forgot that was even a thing. Never been a Borderlands enjoyer. I like 2. 2 was fun. Play through that with Scott. The rest have not been... It's not the same. That was the magic, was 2. Right, it's Borderlands, Fair, fair. Maybe made myself a date. Let's go. Demon Slayer movie. Really looking forward to it. That'll be fun. 2 is so much better than 1. 3 went back to the yeah, that's how I feel, Avian. The same. I feel like maybe they didn't quite understand why 2, or like why we all like 2, you know? They like tried to go a little too far with it. And we went back to feel like they didn't quite know what it was that we liked. Very annoyed I missed the K-pop Demon Hunters theater release. There was so many TikToks I got of people doing the, like, sing-alongs in the theaters. It looked like so much fun. Borderlands games are too long for me as looter shooters. I can only finish one of them. Story's gonna be gone forever. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like that's the hard part, right? So, like, 2 is really fun. So, like, that one, if it went a little long, that's fine. But if it's already not great, if it's already in the meh category, and then it feels like it's just taking forever, then... One was good, new hype. 2 didn't add much, got on and fast, downhill from there. I thought 2 was a good improvement, but then I haven't really liked anything since. Like, we tried the, was it the pre-sequel? Tried 3. I tried the D&D one, it's just the magic's not there. Alright, so I finished Halo 3 this morning, because I didn't finish it originally. Seems dated in some places, but it's still solid. I didn't play 3 as much as some of the others. I played a F-ton of 1, a good amount of 2. The others I did not put as much time into. Jack was engaged in his asshole antagonist. That's what kept me in. Yeah, like, I think they had a... I think it was Jack. I think it was just the balance of, like, the humor and stuff was, like, at a good spot, and then they, like, tried to do too much with it with the others. They couldn't get the balance quite right. And then the characters are just not as good in my opinion. I was kind of burnt out. Also something F Randy Pitchford. Also that. Also that. There's good gameplay if you like completely turn off the dialogue, ignoring the story, and listening to an audiobook while you blast everything. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the only way you can play it. Now that I'm gonna come back to that thought. Bill, thank you so much for that sub for 70 months of support. I ruined the streak number. Aw, almost nice. Bill, thank you so much. How are you today? Welcome in. Now that Bungie's 2 feet and knees in the grave, hoping Battlefield 6 only gets better. The beta was good. People seem excited for it. I'm not usually a Battlefield girly, but people seem pretty excited for it. I hope that it does well for everyone who's excited. I loved when, like, the beta would end for the weekend and everyone's like, "Oh, now what am I gonna do?" It's very cute. That's good for everyone who's excited. Wish the movement was, like, 20% faster. It's not the same company. It hasn't been for a while. Yeah, it's just kind of that slow death of Bungie. Just saying. I'm good, great. Actually, glad to hear it, Bill. Did you have a good weekend? Battlefield 6 beta was great. Absolutely issues, but it was fun. Yeah. I think I didn't realize, like, how far out the game was, too, so assuming the issues have lots of time for them to go back and work on. But yeah, I saw lots of positive for it, which is great. Sorry, I'm trying to work in where all this black is gonna be. Okay, this will get patterns in a second. I played over 40 hours of the beta. We're about a month out, yeah. So, like, some good time if they wanted to work on some stuff before release. They've already announced a lot of changes. Almost all were good. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you guys enjoy. I think I've mentioned I've only played, like, a Battlefield, so I played Battlefield, is it 1? The World War I one? It's the only one I've really played, so. I had fun with it, but I can only do, like, the repetitive maps and stuff so much before I get a little bored, so. That was enough for me to check it out and see what it was like. Bungie used to be so good, too. They can't recapture Destiny 1. Now we're getting Destiny 2 mobile. It's just everything with Marathon. And granted, the Battlefield 6 stuff they added to unlock in 2042. Oh, the other game. That was the one that didn't do very well, right? Refresh my memory, chat. I feel like that's the one that didn't do well. I can't honestly remember. I watched Badger play a tiny bit of it, and that was, like, all I remember. Well, it was a good weekend. Had dinner on Friday, so my girlfriend could meet the rest of the family. Ooh, that's a big one. That's exciting. This is too mobile made me go WTF. Yeah. Decker says, I'm okay. Got customers to tech support trying to find out why the control module and all 3 of our semi are not sending the right electronic logbook. Best of luck. Back in the days of 1942 and Battlefield 2, mods galore so you never get bored. I would still get bored. I can't do the repetitive maps. Sorry, chat. That's why I'm not playing a lot of, like, Space Marine 2 and some of those. I can't do it. I've played that game. I've done it. I'm good. I am happy for those excited, though. 2042 almost killed Battlefield. Resolved in a management shakeup at DICE. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it didn't do well, and that's, like, all I heard. That was the last I ever heard, was, like, that it wasn't doing well. That was it. Mobile games just make too much money if they pop off. Yeah, everyone wants that money. Oh, yeah. It's a weird little thing to watch sometimes, but it makes sense why they try it. Anyone excited for Anthem? There's a game I haven't heard of. Other than Slam memeing occasionally. It's the only reason I remember the game existed. Are you excited for Windows 10 end? Whoa, Sadie. Christ. I thought the Windows 10 stuff was already done. Is that not the case? 80. I'm gonna go beat up my dog. Be right back. I was the only person in my gaming group that refused to play Anthem. Felt bad everyone else got after all their money, but yeah. It was a mess. I think we did the, like, demo. There was, like, a weekend where they had a demo, and, like, we actually got, like, our Destiny group on. We're like, "Oh, maybe this will be, like, a game we can play together." And then we're all like, No thanks." So I don't think none of us spent money, but we did the little demo weekend or whatever. And that was enough. That's all I played. That was enough. It could have been so good. It is a shame. I remember my old roommate coping hard over Anthem. He needed the game to be good and it crushed him. Yeah, it's tough when you see something you're like, yes, that's what I want. That is what I am looking for, and it's just not what it is. It's just not. Alright, got a little bit more gold back here. I feel like that's my next question for chat. Chat, what's that game that you got that just ended up being disappointing? Wasn't what you wanted, or it wasn't as good as you were wanting? What's been your disappointment? I'm trying to remember if I've got one. I'm sure there is one, I'm just not thinking. I remember being very excited for Cyberpunk and then being glad I waited and I didn't pre-order. That was disappointing, but I lucked out and I didn't pre-order. Command and Conquer 4, it killed my favorite series. That's even worse. When it, like, kills something you already really love. I feel like Dawn of War is gonna be, maybe someone's answer in that same kind of boat. Alright, where else do I need? Got another wrap here on the side. Don't just say, did you get the random DM from a coworker? Hi. What do you want? Don't do the dance. Don't do the weird dance. Just tell me what you want. Wildstar. Well, brain dead some of those devs were. Someone who played an Esper and the dude responsible for balancing my class played the most broken class instead. Oh. I feel like I remember hearing a little bit of that when it came out, but I don't know a whole lot about it. Dawn of War will be another wait and see. I feel like from what I've seen from the developers, I'm cautiously optimistic. Obviously, after 3, I think that's a lot of us, but they seem to understand that, like, people want more like 1, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna try and get a code here for stream so we can check it out, but I feel like they kind of understand where people's pain point is, if that makes sense. Alright, let's work on his face for a little bit. Monster is all about movement. Esper cannot move and basic attack. It was the combo point builder class. Oh. Yeah, that seems a little broken. Like, in a bad way. That seems a little not right. Dawn of War Remaster has me looking at ways to emulate Windows on my Mac. If I do, they'll rip my life. I need to get back to it. I was trying to decide if I just keep it for, like, if we have a Wednesday where we don't have a game to play. We just do some more Dawn of War, but I kinda wanna keep going. I hopped on, Slam and Exalted wanted to do some multiplayer, so I was, like, co-oping with them one night, and that was really fun. Still kinda learning, but everything was and what order to build things and things like that, but it was pretty fun. I like the graphics of Wildstar. Yeah, I thought it looked fine. It just wasn't something screaming at me. Jazzy, welcome in. How are you? We're working on orcs today. We've got a kind of a smaller orc project in between our big projects. So it seemed like a good thing to bring on stream here for a little bit. Before we dive into a million fire dragons and a million imperial fists, then seemed like a good way to go today. Should try the Dark Crusade. My plan is to just kind of work my way through all of them. Yeah. That's my plan. I have no idea how long that takes, but I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima right now, so I haven't put a lot of time into anything else, but the plan would be to play through all the campaigns, yeah. Like on my own time. I can't stream all that, but but that is the plan. I'm a campaign girly, so. Work's been kicking my butt. I am tired. I'm sorry. I'm glad you got to do your concert, though. I didn't get to read about it. Sorry, I was getting ready for a stream, but I saw that you were talking about it in the Discord, so I'll go back. Glad you got to do something fun, even though work's being a butt. I hope it is less butt here soon. Sorry, I should have said 2 million. They're gonna be really cool, but I gotta get I need to finish building that one we were building. But I had to get stuff ready for stream. They're different from the linear campaigns. Those two are open sandbox conquest. Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. I know that people like them, but I hadn't heard a whole lot more than that. So that's neat. I can see why people would like that. Should get Nikki to do a non-GW vig? I would. Anime repaint? I would. Alright, I'm just doing a little bit more highlighting on the muscles. I do an airbrush, but then I come back and I do a little bit of cleanup and add a little bit more. The airbrush I do for, like, all the troops, so I still like the leaders to have some of that, keep the consistency, but I'll go back for characters and do a little bit more. Concerts are fun. It's not eating too far on my personal time, just mentally shot after work because of work, yeah, so you feel like you don't really get a recovery, because by the time you feel better, it's back to work. I used to have that with my jobs, so I get it. If they actually sent the 2 items I ordered. Hopefully you don't get charged ridiculous when they do come in. My favorite Dawn of War thing was to leapfrog teleporting Terminator units into the back of the opposing base. After the enemy forces pulled back to deal with them, hit them from the front. Good times. Bill the Menace. These are the strats I need to start practicing. Yep. More or less. It's so client dependent. This one is one of those clients, being difficult. I hope it gets better here. That is rough. I always ask myself how to airbrush small models. Does it work as a substitute for layering? I think it's a good start for layering. Kind of what I normally do is I'll do an overall kind of layer and then I'll go back by hand and clean up from there. If I feel like I Usually for me, what ends up happening is I kind of miss some of my mid-tone, so I'll go back and I'll just glaze some of it back in. I think it's a good start for it, but then if you've got a mini you want to take more time on, just go in and clean it up by hand. That's what I normally do anyway. Project is coming to a close soonish, but we're looking at a new project with them. The cycle begins anew. I see. And I'm assuming that means you would be on that project. Alright, I'm gonna blend the back a little bit. So unfortunately that color is, I gotta get my little blender out. Paint's not in great shape. I think we might need to do some washes here in a moment. I'm trying to get everything to where we can wash all together. Think it might be time. We've got our silvers, we got our golds. I think we'll do a wash and then start our checkers is the way to go. Most likely, unless something else they need me on pops up. Staying busy, keeps me employed, yeah. Just kind of stuck with the cruddy client at this point. It's hard when you just don't, like, it sounds like maybe you just don't vibe with the client too. Before I did this full time, I had a client that they made me crazy. Like, personality-wise, we didn't work well together. Makes it very hard. But after you started this gig, the worst. It got even worse. These clients, man. What am I gonna do? But then after you went full-time, fired Scott, out. Bye. Yeah, now my last corporate client was... Ugh. I had, like, you know how you've had the Sunday dreads about going to work? I'd have the Sunday dreads, like, Friday afternoon. That's how much I hated working with them. They were awful. When you're good at your job, you get stuck with the worst particular high-maintenance clients because management knows you can deal with them. Yeah. I always hated that about corporate. It's like, you killed that. You did so good. That means you get more work. And it's like, what? That means you get to handle more stuff. It's like, but wait. But wait. I killed it, so good, raise. Yeah, money. Money. No. Only more work. Only more work. Alright, and there is our Null Oil. Oh, I forgot the little skull. I keep forgetting the skull in his boot. That's why I did contract in my field. Rest assured, I'll never work independently again. I don't know. I think I would prefer contract because, like, obviously I am self-employed, but, like, being able to be like, all right, I hated that client. I'm not doing that again. Bye. Bye. Being able to cut off the problem ones is nice. They pay me well, so there's that. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a case of sucking it up. That's why Nikki stopped replying to my emails. You just gotta cut them out, chat. Just gotta cut them out. Person who hired you physically corners you in their house, forces you to pay back what you've been regularly paid. Yeah, I was done with that. I mean, that seems like a very special, except like, that's not normal contract stuff. I need you to understand that. That's not okay anywhere. That's not normal contract, self-employed stuff. Don't let that put you off from doing it. Alright. Gold washed. Agrac's done. Yeah, that's a whole thing entirely different than, contract work. That's a different problem. Years ago, when I realized the biggest reason they pay me at work is to put up with annoying things, work certainly got easier. I do think having an understanding of that helps a bit. A bit. I think my thing with my company was, like, I would tell them how annoying it was and how awful and how, like, I wasn't getting what I needed. And they were just like, "'Kay." I was like, "Oh, okay. So you're not gonna help me either. Okay, well, bye." I understood. Goodbye. You know, like, before that, I had a really good boss, and when I said, "Hey, like, this doesn't work the way that they think it does, like, this just isn't gonna work," he would be like, "Okay, I understand," and he would, like, talk to them. And, like, sometimes it did mean I had to suck it up anyway, but, like, other times, it was nice to have the support and be like, "Okay, this is why it doesn't work. It's why she can't do what you think she should be able to do." At the end there, I had no support, and they were crazy. For me, it's the disconnect between delivery and sales. Sales is always an issue. Sales is just universally a pain in the ass. Because they will do anything they can to get the sale. Rest of the process be damned. Always a problem. Just across any industry, sales is a problem. Worked hard to get to the point I am, where the head of my entire tech division signed off on me pushing back to people who were jerks. Yeah, like, there should be more of that. The customer or the client is not always right. And it should be okay to tell them that, you know? It's very wild when you're in a place where you can't. Like, even in, like, a professional manner, you should be able to be like, "Hey, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't work the way you think it does." Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start the checkers while the washes are drying. Let's go ahead and put them on a stand, too. Your boss doesn't have your back. That's yeah. I stayed too long in that. I learned that it's like, I knew the lesson, but I was trying to tough it out, and I should have gotten out sooner. I would never work for myself, though. I don't want an asshole for a boss. It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride. It's definitely not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone. Sometimes it's not for me. Uh, the original phrase was in matters of taste. The customer is always right. Yeah, we should go back to reminding them that. I was going to harass our salespeople for details on service delivery because they can't seem to understand what's needed. My thing is you tell them what's needed, right? Like over and over. Like Scott has to work with sales a lot. It's like they know what's needed and they just won't get it. It's like, do you want to make the sale or not? Because like if you don't have the stuff, I can't get you the sale. Like if you actually want to get paid, you need to give me this. And if you don't, you're not going to get paid. You would think they would, I don't know, take it more seriously. It's very weird to me. I don't get it. About that Stampa, I'll melt it down with Lucas. Melt it down with Lucas. Got a nice little bonfire going, chat. This bonfire sponsored by Avian. Avian Thulium sponsored this bonfire. But yeah, that's like Scott's entire day too, Reaper. JC, welcome in. How are ya? What you up to today? That sounds like TikTok material. We're gonna be the guy burning his whole army. Trying to make sure I kind of space out these checkers. Similar to the Go too small, they can look a little weird. Go too big, they can look a little weird. We'll have to even them out on our second pass, but let's go and checker it up. Scott's together fighting salesmen forever, yup. Yep. Been good, going through my Blood Angels slowly, nice. I know you're working on, was it Outriders the other day? What are we up to now? Or still Outriders, could still be Outriders. Alright, we got kind of a bend in the metal here, so I'll make sure this looks right as we do our checker. Wait, keeps ending up on the pokey bits. Sales and support staff butting heads, upper management, the ones that are making the real money. Yeah, they don't even have to deal with it. You go to complain about sales and they're like, eh. And then they take home money. Okay. Keep cruising. I got the Vegeta in the car trying to get pissed. Wait, not to get pissed, Minnie, you have a good TikTok going. She came down in a bubble? I don't know that one. I don't know that one. Has not hit my For You page yet. Army barbecue would probably go viral on TikTok. I don't know what would work. I don't use it. Probably. It's not the content I want to make, but probably. My squares got a little bigger as we went. Let me go ahead and try to fix that. I was trying to make it fit nicely across the shoulder pad, but it's like we're gonna have like almost like half squares. It gets a little wider. Let's work to like this bend and then I'll get fixed. Twitch, come on. For some reason, JC, your messages keep goofing up my auto scroll. Sorry if I'm behind. I'm messing up with scrolling for some reason. They had a question about the email I sent. Instead of spawning on the email chain, they messaged me. God damn it. Because then they have to do the, you know that email that you're on that I could have just replied to? God. Just be a normal human, please. What are you doing? Why are people like this, chat? My champion. I think it's I don't know how much I don't think you guys see any of this unless you're like a mod. Twitch has something that shows you're a returning chatter, which means you've been in here and talked before, and now you're back. And like it goes away once you've been in chat for so long. But because you have that, it keeps goofing up the chat. Twitch is goofing stuff up for me. So I have to keep setting my auto scroll. Yeah, now I have to find the email they're talking about, which they could have just replied to, and then it would be there. Oh my god. Get off the brush. Emails are trash. I'd rather have a mess. No, absolutely not. I want all of the information in one spot. Absolutely not. And I want a way to forward it to your manager when you're being dumb. I want the paper trail. Give me the paper trail. Or if you'd like 50 other emails since I responded to that one, yeah. In writing, exactly. You need it in writing. So when someone says, I didn't say that, I just highlight that shit and I send it back. In writing. At least mine gets it. And your system auto-deletes team message after 30 days, 90 on emails. Yeah. Then you don't get the, this is what you said. Then it's gone. Gone forever. Use the snip tool to take a screenshot with the time. Make sure you add timestamps to your messages. Oh, like if you're only using messages? That's the other nice part of the email. Right. Okay, I think once we come back with the black, this will get evened out. I was a little worried there in the middle, but I think we got it worked out, yeah. Once we get that other coat in here, be all right. And when people are like, can I call you quick after a message or email? No, you can't. I'm glad you asked. No. Glad you asked. Everything okay over there, C. Decker? Still working on the support call? Constant back and forth in email, so frustrating to follow and read. I mean, I don't know how it's different than a message. It's still in order and everything. And yeah, I want the paper trail. That's the biggest thing for me. So you can't come back and say, well, I didn't say blah, blah, blah. It's like, actually, you did. And everyone on this chain saw that you did. Currently, I have a salesperson trying to schedule a service trip in the least economical way possible, expecting me to mind read what needs to be done. I'm fed up with this wine mom's over, and tell me what you're responsible for. I mean, so can you call me and we discuss the same thing I just sent in the mail? Ugh. No. I think this could be my tism talking. The phrasing it as a question as if I have an actual choice in the matter, I think bothers me too. Like, you're gonna call regardless. Don't try and make it a question. You're gonna do it anyway. But that could be my tism talking. Sometimes the Zoom call is best, especially when you don't have to do the call. What do you mean? Like a team call? It is in fact annoying. Don't ask as if I have a choice. Yeah. That bothers me. Can I call? No. You cannot. Bye. Put it in the paper trail. I can't do XYZ. It doesn't work. Go and check the forms and yep, it works as intended. When I talked to their boss, found out they didn't read the instructions. Same problem done by different employees. I'll get the explanation the first time. That is an issue if you don't reading the instructions. Turns out pretty important. Pretty important. I'm serious when I tell them no. I flat out don't answer cold calls. Yeah. No. You are not the only thing I'm working on today. Put it in the email. Or whatever the normal process is. Can you call? I don't know, can you? Phil's out there just... Not dad joking, but dad questioning them. Which may be a good tactic. Get them to roll their eyes enough. I don't either. Then the message right after you don't answer. So now you wasted your time and my time to send the email. Yeah, because you don't pick up because you're not available, and then they message anyway. It's like, I'm still not available. Bye. Bye. All right. Checkers complete for now. Let me clean them up a little bit more later. Call can clear message or stands. Well, let's work around an email telling them what to do. You might be dealing with different things than most of the chat. I think so. I think so. I feel like it does sometimes, but it's usually because, again, they didn't listen the first time. I also think there's a difference in telling me that that's why you need to call. Is, hey, I have done this. I have tried. I am still confused. Can we do a call at some point? Is better than, I'm going to call you out of the blue. And I don't know where you're at. I think it's a expectation setting, I guess. If you've already tried the things and you tell me that you've tried the things, that's different than just, I'm calling you out of the blue. Takes 10 minutes to re-explain on a phone call something that was clear in the email. I mean, we're already seeing in chat, right? People work differently. Some people are audio people. I am not. I want it in writing. I want to read it. I want to do it. My boss cold called me on a Sunday morning. The reason? His internet wasn't working. His home internet. I don't work in IT. Yeah, I wouldn't be picking up, so. I feel... I'm sorry that this is the case, Hershey. I think you have problems outside of... You have very unique ones there. And I'm sorry that you have to deal with very unique ones. Okay, bot, you need to calm down. We got you fixed, but now I need to work on your timers. We shouldn't be getting 2 messages at the same time. Okay, now I know. I need to adjust the timer settings. I'm glad the bot's working again, though. Holy cow. I was so sad when, like, the raid alerts and stuff didn't work. Let me adjust those timers. Bot timers going on the list. I live an interesting life. That's true enough. Okay, we've got hazard cable. What else have we got? Trying to pick out the last, like, few things that... Before we just start all highlighting and all of that. Let's get our hazard cable. I seem to refuse to work in a regular employment situation. Too boring. I guess so. But then you do open yourself up to to some of what you've shared today. Contact the person they want to. Some like mail, some like chat. I don't care. I'll call them if mobile, whatever brings the message across. I think also I've had a bad experience with people with like boundaries and calling at weird times. So like calling outside of work hours and stuff. So I prefer things where I should be replying during work hours. And I will avoid things where people can get in contact with me during not work hours. Because I've had people just stomp all over that. You know. So an email I will answer when I come in at 8 o'clock the next day. You've got my phone number, you're DMing me. Hey, Elma. Nerd. Yeah. That's why I don't do in-house IT. Not here to hold your hand through every little thing, yeah. Most people don't get my phone number at work anywhere, yeah. Like it used to be that they could. And no, never again. I mean, even with streaming, there are days I won't reply to things. So. Erebray, how are you? Welcome in. No calls after 4 to people from me. Email if it's a problem, yeah. I know this are recurring busy on my schedule first and last hour of my workday. Sales kept calling, messaging like 10 minutes. Yeah, I forgot online. I still say block off lunches. Just because they're not taking a lunch doesn't mean you shouldn't be taking a lunch. Things like that can help. Yeah, I've been awake 15 minutes. I don't want to talk to you yet. No. Please go away. It is not the time for talking yet. Emails, messages, Slack, whatever's fine. Phone number? Nah, I'll go through my manager. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, is that actually all silver? It looks like it is. Okay. We'll come back for that then. This is all black. I did silver. Yeah, I guess that helps. It's being black instead of silver. I've been awake 7 hours. I still don't want to talk to you. The first thing in the morning, no, absolutely not. Give me like, a little time to at least settle in. Even if I'm not like, I'm not a morning person to begin with, but at least let me get settled in first. Let me figure out what the heck I'm doing today before you start calling me. Run into the issue where people schedule meetings over your block time off because they never look at your schedule. I just decline them. Just no, I'm not here. I'm not there. If you had looked at my schedule, you would see that I'm not here. Oh wait, let's spread that thing. Let's spread the Hasm cable. Okay, we'll come back for the yellow for that in a second. Okay, cool. Waiting for less than an hour. I haven't finished my coffee. You don't want me talking to you. Trust me. Yeah. This isn't going to go well for anyone if you try to make me talk to you right now. I need you to understand. Okay. We've got more checkers. We've got some, looks like nope, we don't have wrappings on this one. Or did they just do spirals? They just did spirals. I'm gonna make it red. Flat out tell our techs never to give our end user, their personal, yeah, no way. Absolutely not. It's weird about time boxes for call and lunch when you work across 5 time zones. Work across all 4 US time zones, too early, too late, or lunchtime for someone. I think part of it is, like, if you show you respect that is a lunchtime, that goes a long way, too, as opposed to just blindly doing it. Can you tell I worked in a company that didn't give a shit? Because I would get off, so I would come in early. I would take a half-hour lunch instead of the full hour so I could leave early. And the amount of times people tried to schedule me for a meeting until 5, and I had to be like, "No." And then I was the bad guy for saying no. That's what I kept running into. Because they couldn't bother to look at my schedule or listen when I would tell them repeatedly that, "Hey, I'm only here till 4:30." I just had a shitty job. So now when I hear other people, I'm like, "No." Make them work around you because it's shitty when they don't. I work with a total of 5 people. I mean, yeah, if you prefer that type of stuff, but you're gonna learn into more of the weirdness. You're gonna get more of the weirdness like you've shared. If I ever had to go back to corporate, bless them. Bless whoever. Oh. Usually find 30 minutes for lunch within a reasonable lunch time-ish, but it's not always the same time. The other people in my office like coming in at 4 in the morning. They're off by noon. The rest of us work closer to 4 to 5. It is nice getting off early for the day. Even not being a morning person, sometimes that's worth it. Apparently the orcas are pissed at us again, or ramming boats. Good. More power to the orcas. I am pissed at us too. I was about to say I would be too, but no, I am. Good for the orcas, man. I kind of forgot that was like a thing that was happening. Orcas also tired of middle management. Work with India. My 9 to 11 is booked with calls from them. Yeah, that makes sense. Orcas are kind of diggish as well, that they are. But also, we're taking like their entire habitat, so be a little pissed too. Funky, thank you so much for that sub for 13 months. No, you. How are you today? Do you like my orc? We're getting there on him. We're getting there. I hope you had a good weekend. Like nature videos. Yeah, some daily ticks out there. Yeah. A little bit. Doesn't excuse ours, though. Kinda convenient from what I understand. The culture in India start late, work late, so working with us isn't as bad for them. I didn't know that, actually. So they get more, like, morning time to themselves. Trying to think if I would like that more, honestly. I think my thing is I prefer to do, like, my errands and stuff after work. I don't think I'd want to go to work after having to run errands and things. I was trying to remember, like, when I worked part-time, but okay, Let's work on the wraps. I realize you paint with your rings on. I always have to take mine off. They feel heavy. Oh, interesting. These don't bother me. My watch I will take off, though, because that is too heavy when I work. So I very rarely will have a watch on stream. Sometimes I forget. Rings I forget I'm wearing, so. I heard it was Orca Juveniles playing, oh, with the rudders. They don't really get that they can break the vote. That said, sink those yachts, yes. Yes. The orcas know what's up. Can work out of the way and leave evening for, yeah, I think I'm in that boat. My thing is if I have something later in the day, I don't feel like I can really do what I want to do until it's done. So for me, I'd rather get my work done and then, yeah, not have to worry about it. But that is interesting. That's part of why I stream mornings. Like, honestly, I'd probably get better numbers in the afternoon. But then I'm just sitting here waiting for stream. And that's not good for anyone. It's very awkward for me. If anything, I would just stream later into the afternoon. Remember my coworkers say they usually start after lunch? It's tough sometimes for me because sometimes I don't feel super creative until later in the day. So like when I'm working on stream stuff, I usually am doing that late afternoon into the evening because that's when I'm actually like awake enough to focus on some of that. But yeah, if I had to wait and not stream until like 2 in the afternoon, I'm not doing anything until then. I'm kind of useless. Funky says, first day back at work. I've gotten stung by pretty much all our country has available. Needles. 3 different kinds of spines and bees. I had a great day. Oh my gosh, Funky. That's pretty wild. Wait, what do you, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do? What has put you in this predicament? If that is too personal, though, tell me to shush, to buzz off, huh? Huh. I'm just nosy. We had a late night overnight change to make and asked the India guys to show up at like 9 a.m. their time, and they're like, it's so early though. Yeah, if that's the cult. I think that's a big part of it. It's just like I'm used to the 8 to 5. So the thought of switching off of that is strange. I'm like I'm having a hard time with it. Even though I can technically work whenever I want. It's like I try and stay on schedule with Scott. But if that's the norm, then I have to be in a particular headspace to do my writing. Yeah, I think being creative, you've got to be, but when you're feeling, what the fuck? And for me, that's late afternoon, kind of evening, is when I feel more creative. It's kind of like how I wish I could work out like first thing in the morning. Like, I wish I could get up and just work out. But my body is just like, absolutely not. What are you doing, you crazy lady? I can't do it. I've tried several times. For lack of a better translation, go for gardener. Okay. Very cool. I'm sorry that the critters are not cooperating, though. My goodness. I find I don't do much with my mornings when I work afternoons. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Been there, done that. After uni, after that. Well, like, I wanted to when we first got Sadie. I was like, oh, I could, like, walk her in the morning, and then I could do, like, my full workout later in the day. Nope. Turns out I just hate myself when I try that. My body is not happy with that. But now I know. Now I know. Because even on, like, days where I'm not streaming, I won't work out until probably noon. If I try and do it earlier, it's just, I can't lift what I want to lift. Can't go as long as I want to go. The Sadie do walkies, we need to train walkies. The breeder said she's good on a leash. She's not. Like, even when we got her, she was not. So we need to have some serious training before we go for, like, full-on walkies. She gets far too distracted, and you guys know she loves to bark. I don't need her out there barking at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whenever it would be. You're a leash for everyone should be leash people. But yeah, she's not great on it, unfortunately. Like we were told she would be. I don't like training in the morning either. Lifting that vodka in the morning is just too much. It's too much. Bill's got the hair of the dog workout going. But yeah. If it's a lot of training. I haven't done it yet. I've never really had to train a dog until Sadie. Sadie's she's our special case here. Simon walked good on the leash. Like, he was a rescue and he walked on the leash just fine. He was great at it. My dog growing up she didn't really like walk. She preferred to play in the backyard, but like she would walk fine. Sadie's our special little gremlin. So it's having to figure out things I've never had to do for a dog. She's a special one. So I think people are on leashes, like the other ones for kids. Put everyone on one. None of leashless people out there get me on. Yeah, I also hate it. Thought that your dog's the sweetest, friendliest dog in the world. The other dog might not be. Exactly. People don't think that far ahead. And then their dog gets hurt. And they have no one to blame but themselves. Even if you trust your dog, don't automatically trust the other one. I think it's weird to assume that. Plus, there's just so many, like, city ordinance, too. Like, you're straight up, it's against the law, put the leash on. There are places and conventions for these. That's true. That's also true. Hey, Spirit Sparrow and Barbos, welcome in. How we doing? We got orcs today. We've got kind of a small commission. Got a couple characters, some knobs. We've done some work for this this army before. This is just the latest batch. How are you today? This is a kind of a smaller project before we get back to some bigger projects. Orcs, Strayak, welcome in. How we doing? Trying to figure out what needs to be silver, what needs to be black. Trying to mix it up enough. I think I'm just gonna do more silver. I think it would look better. I think your double ring is over. Thank you. Yeah, it's just because someone mentioned it. It's just wedding band and then the engagement ring. I just wear them together. But yeah, the watch I can't wear. Even the rings sometimes I forget because I have to take them off when I airbrush. Because of when I put the glove on, it's a little too tight. So sometimes even the rings I'll forget to put back on. I've also found when I'm working out, I don't like to have the rings on for like my dumbbells and stuff. Always feels a little weird, a little uncomfy. A bit of procrastination. A few characters to finish from Commission F. Nice. It's tough when you're not feeling it. Visiting dogs in malls, grocery, food courts. Take dog to everywhere is the norm now. Sadly. I'm all for the guide dogs, but yeah, the regular doggos don't need to be everywhere. It's a little weird to me. We do love a guide dog working though. Slaying some bitches. 78 months. What's up, bitches? What you up to, Slam? How's your day? We have Orc. We've checkered. We've skin toned. I've got some more silver to do. Reminder that if anyone wanted to watch us play Gears of War, that's up on YouTube now. Oh, I should do our announcement again, too. I haven't done it in a little bit. Client's a bit douchey, asking me to send reports every single morning. I'm gonna be honest, if it were me, I'd send them back. We're done. Bye-bye. We're done. All right, well, the announcement that I should be talking about more. We are now partnered up with GamesPlanet. So if you guys are looking at video games, GamesPlanet works directly with devs for CD keys. So we are now partnered up with them. If you see something on there that you would like, I do have a reference code. You just have to put it at the end of the URL. So it's not a code at checkout. You do have to add it to the URL. But that is in the announcement there if you want to grab it. We will be playing Chronos on Wednesday, and I will have a link for that. So if you guys want to check that out or see how all that works, that'll be on Wednesday. But that is our new partner announcement. Yay! I need to be talking about it more. Sam says, we out here doing some chill work stuff. Got to run to the store for groceries. Get the pump. Let's go. Let's get it. Sounds like a good plan. Glad it's a more chill work day. Nothing too crazy. I had a client asking for morning and end of day. Like, when are you meant to work then? That's my question. When would you like me to actually do the thing you want me to do? When am I supposed to do that? Be right back for that. Sounds good. We'll be here. Trying to get as much of this orc done as we can today before we move on to our next ones. This orc does have a squig that'll be in front of him. I've got that separate for painting, but we'll do him a bit later. Yeah, no, if someone's asking me for something daily, I'm sending you your stuff back. Whatever you've paid, I'm keeping, and you can have the rest back. Miss me with that. Okay. Real question. Yeah, what do you expect to be different? Yeah, like, I understand for things that, like, have to go out today. Yes, I can send you an update at the end of the day. Otherwise, no. Whoa, what's up, Live Madness? I feel like I missed an opportunity by not saving these for next month. Oh, for Orktober? Or what do you mean? I'm assuming you mean the miniature. But that's Nikki, none of my business. Orktober. This is when I had a spot open for the commission, so he took it. He's running with it. If he's got more orcs, I'll pay more orcs. But this is one we got spot. Have some orcs for next month too. Yeah. I'll take more money. Yeah. I'll pay more orcs. That's okay. If we don't have orcs, I've picked out some spooky projects for us. So actually, Panda picked one out for us. He picked out Spidicles. I don't know how to pronounce it. From Kingdom Death with a giant spider. And it actually comes with little baby spiders too. So we'll have at least one spooky project. I kind of want to pick out another Kingdom Death also. Like one of the Halloween costumes or something. So we'll have some cool October projects. If we don't have more orcs. We'll find new ways to torture chat, don't you worry. More Kingdom Death, yeah. But if project manager's job is to collect and create those reports, but it's still very extra, yeah. It's just, that's my entire thing. It's like, when am I meant to actually do my job if I'm stuck updating you 24/7? When do you want me to actually do this? I feel like maybe that's just me in general, because we were talking about the hobby tracking earlier too. It's like, why would I put a spreadsheet together and I just paint? Why can't I just do the thing I need to do? It all feels like busy work to me, but if it helps someone else, then cool. All right, this middle section here has a pattern on it, so let's do that real quick. What's everyone up to for the rest of today? What we got going on, chat? I think now that the bot's working, I also want to set up the... I gotta do the TikTok streaming. Sadie's losing her mind. I've got to figure out a time to do that. Maybe Friday? Maybe Friday we do some TikTok streaming. I don't want to do it while we do normal stream again because it's just really distracting. And it has to be from my PC, so I can't even do it that way. Because I can't use the camera in 2 different places. That was rough. We're gonna come back with black. My favorite's being in meetings with people all day and then being asked what I got done. I'm sorry. That's what I got done. You were there for it. Yeah, exactly. I sat on a phone call with you for 4 hours. What do you want from me? All right, get this cleaned up. Oop. Back to the white. Oh, you have my favorite conversation from corporate Bill. Need a conversation at 1:30 a.m. while working on a production bug. How long will it take to fix the bug? I don't know. Why don't you know? Because I haven't figured out what the problem is. Okay, once you figured out, how long? I don't know. Depends what the problem is. The longer I talk to you, the longer it's going to take. Yep. I actually got in trouble for telling a client that. For being like, if you keep calling me, I can't work on the problem. I got in trouble. Which is why I have a lot of corporate PTSD. And I think in my meeting, I was like, but was I wrong though? Like, come on now. This is ridiculous. You're both being ridiculous. I got in trouble for that, yep. Yep. Yeah, the company I worked for was trash. They were very much a company was like, when the client says jump, I need you to launch yourself across the building and then do another like 10 feet just in case. Even if it doesn't make sense, I need you to do that every time they talk. It's just like, why? But then I found they've been bought out, so my company hasn't been bought out yet, so who won? not saying the means are useless, but it's in fact part of the job. I'm counting as working towards. Yeah, I'm not gonna work another 5 hours because you kept me in meetings for 5 hours. Yeah. Hey, Chef, welcome in. I was away from the keyboard and you were talking about Kingdom Death. I want to say I was able to pick up the latest restock. Let's go. Excited to put it together. The base game, like the core game. That's awesome. Glad you're able to grab what you wanted. It can be tricky sometimes. Can be tricky. I think they did a lot of the expansions with Gen Con. They had a big restock. If anyone was still looking for stuff. Gen Con and then Black Friday are kind of the big days for more of that. The core game, that's awesome. Don't sass the clients. Well, don't give me a reason to. Turns out if you're not an idiot, I won't sass you. New partner announcement, Cake. Look what I've got. We are now partnered with GamesPlanet. So if you guys are not familiar with GamesPlanet, they are a PC code distributor that work with devs. And because they work with devs, it usually means there's a nice discount on games. And they get to work with content creators like me. So now we are partnered up, and we're going to have our first game with some of that on Wednesday. How are you, Cake? What you up to? Yeah, so I don't have the one that's a little goofy, and you can see in the announcement. It's not a specific discount code. But if you find a game and you want to like put me as an affiliate link, you can just copy the exclamation ref at the end and put it in the URL. And that'll count toward like affiliate tracking. So that is there if anyone sees anything. And then like as an example, we're going to play Chronos on Wednesday, and I'll type that in chat because I keep goofing up the spelling too. So as an example, just like that. So we're all partnered up for that. How are you, Cake? How was weekend? Panda, hello, how are ya? Oh, I need to do something. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Well, it's super late in chat, but there it is. Let me catch up here. The boss thanks for pointing out the obvious is sass. Yeah, that's your problem. Yeah, that was my problem the last 8 months, year, somewhere in there of my job. Yeah, that's why I bailed out. That's why I bailed out. Yesterday was nonstop people. I considered taking today off to recover. I did not. I'm tired, but not bad. I'm sorry to hear that. It's tough when you're just like, your social battery's out. I'm sorry. I hope that you do get some chill time here. I won't bug you too much. I have had those days. I got you, Panda. Why? Thank you so much for all of your support. I wanted to make sure you still had your sub and stuff. But thank you so much. That's my thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all your support. I want to make sure we keep that badge there, you know? I got you. I do have to say, because it's really hard right now for commission artists. I am very, very, very blessed to have my clients, my friends here in chat that I get to work with. I'm very, very fortunate, and I'm very glad of what we've built together. It's a tough time, but I get to work with people I like to work with on projects I want to work on. I'm very fortunate. So thank you everyone for the support. Those checkers are crisp. Thank you. So I did do it on stream if you want to see, but I honestly I kind of eyeball it. I do my best to separate it into 3, and then I do a pass with white, and then I come back with the black to clean them up. Panda is most of what I do. But I did do it on stream if you want to go back in the VOD. Part of it is I've also painted a ton of Orks for this this client, so part of it is also just practice. But yeah, I just try to the best I can try to explain it, Panda, and I'll try and take like a knob here to demonstrate, is like, let's say this is the shoulder. Oh, he's so dark, it's hard to see. Okay, just kidding. My thumb is the shoulder. I'll do like a couple little like this for the white to set the width that I want, and I try and keep that width all the way. And basically I'll start in the center, and then I'll do it on each side. And I'll just kind of work my way up, center each side, center each side. And then after the white is on there, I'll clean it up with the black. So if like this got a little chunky, I'll just add a little bit of black and clean it back up. So I don't know. I don't know if nail demonstration helped, but it is in the VOD if you want to see it on the actual shoulder. I just need to get better at it. Yeah, a lot of it's just practice and keeping it as consistent as you can, which some days it's easier than others, you know? Sometimes it's just you're cruising on it, and sometimes it fights you. Like, I got to, like, here-ish, and it started to fight me. So I just had to get myself reset. Started doing it. Hobby stuff is gonna get more expensive, isn't it? Yes. At least here in the States. With all these, you know. One, GW's about to do price increases. So a reminder in case anyone needs to pick stuff up. And then the, like, tariffs and shit hitting here. It's very rough for independent artists right now between some of that. So I am very fortunate. Thank you, chat, for letting me, helping me do this full time. I don't know how else to say that. Thank you for allowing me to do this full time. Between stream and commissions, I appreciate it. I'm glad we get to hang out and nerd out. If you're gonna sell, oh, wait for the price increases. I'm trying to remember when they said that was. I know they were like, hey, it's coming, so if you want to stock up. I don't remember what the date was. Do you guys remember? Is anyone planning on, like, stocking up before that? I know we've done that in the past. Now that we're not playing it, I'm not as worried about it, but we've definitely done it before. We are glad we can keep you employed. Yes, thank you. Between subs, the Ko-Fi, if anyone is interested in, like, painting guides and stuff, Ko-Fi is also available. Between that, commissions, I appreciate it. No effect Canada too, indirectly, yeah. It's a goofy. Most of your commissions come from chatters or social media in general. Right now, it's all Twitch. Yep. This is the kind of one exception, and it's an army that I've been working on for a long time. But yeah, right now, I'm not taking any new clients at this point. Which, I mean, it sounds like a humble brag, but it's not. It's just we've worked really hard on this. Like, I really don't have to advertise, and I'm very fortunate to not have to do that. Wasn't playing. Oh, what did I say? Oh, no. Oh, for picking up minis? I see you, Cake. I see you. We'll get you soon enough. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. You can save me stock up on paint seeds for the army. They will get used. I actually do need to put in an order today for texture paints. For the Marines. For us, our Sea Deckers Marines. I like to be included sometimes. Absolutely, Cake. I mean, we're trying to get you included. We've tried. I know the guys have tried. I've tried. We're trying to get you included. That's okay. I'll find some more cute stuff for us to paint, Cake. Trying to think what I've got actually. I have a lot of display stuff you'd probably like that I want to start working on, where it's like a bust or like a larger piece. So it's not for gaming, but it's just for painting. You would probably like more of that because there's some cool stuff where you just get to be very artsy with it. I have Eldari, Knight, and Custodes armies laying around. I'm good. Only thing I consider to be new models, like the Marine characters, yeah. It is nice. I think it's a good opportunity to Paint up the backlog. Price is going up. I know I want to. Good opportunity to do that. Because we're the cool kids, that's right. I think I've been doing... Oh, the Going Merry would tempt me. It's closer to that. That was closer to Darkest Dungeon. I keep forgetting the Darkest Dungeon stuff. It was really fun to work on for a bit, but we don't have a board game group. Now we are starting to. So we have a couple of friends we've been playing Hero Quest with. I think I'm gonna try and bully them into playing some of the other games. Because I've got the Elden Ring board game now. We have Darkest Dungeon. I've got a Monster Hunter board game. Maybe it's time to get some of that back out. The Going Merry I do want to work on, though. I've got to get that primed. Those anime repaints are a lot of fun. Plus, it's just so cute. Just a cute little kit. Oh, that's good info. Recently did my first official non-friend commission. Didn't have any answers for them. They're happy, and I guess I got to set up services page. Got a few cents. It's a rough time for it. I'll say that. It's not impossible, but it is harder now than it was. Because you have to remember you're a luxury purchase on top of a luxury purchase. So it can be tricky. Coffee brewed sounds good. We'll be here. I need to finish my coffee. Oh. Has anyone been doing some fancy like fall coffees, either at home or going out to get stuff? I did a pumpkin cold brew the other day, and that was really good. I think, was it cake? Did you mention a pecan? Someone mentioned a pecan drink, and that sounded amazing. I gotta find something pecan. I can't tell. Do you feel like? I think that's shirt. I couldn't tell if it was skin or shirt. I think it is shirt. Welcome back. What kind of coffee you got? I was asking chat if they'd had any kind of fall coffees. I need to buy some more. I do just the syrups, like the sugar-free syrups. I need to see what they've got for fall stuff. I know they have. I used to do a brown sugar cinnamon syrup, and that was so good. I need to get another one. He's got another tooth back here. What the heck? Someone in your Discord mentioned pecan. Okay, that actually reminded me I have a pecan-flavored coffee. I make that sometimes, add milk, froth it up, and add maple syrup. Maple syrup's my weakness. I love maple. That sounds so good. Folgers French toast with vanilla bean creamer. Yum. Best of luck with the search today, Panda. You got this? Butter pecan syrup. Ooh, for the restaurant. Yum. Yes, yes, yes. All the pecan. All the maple. This is the best time of year. I know some people are like all about the pumpkin. I'm all about the maple. Give me maple everything. Okay, bot, you need to calm down. I promise I will fix that timing next time, chat. Bot needs to calm down. It's like, I wasn't working for like a month. Here's everything at once. I see you. It's okay. I promise I will get that fixed. Holy cow. I miss Timmy's, ooh, English coffee? Or, I'm sorry, English toffee. Yes, yes, toffee's always good too. One day I'll get Timmy's. I've never had Timmy's. I need to make it your way, Riot. At some point. Is that just a flavor they don't do anymore, or? you're not able to go get it. Alright, chat. We got a lot done on this work today. I love character painting. We get so much. Cruising through this boy. We still have the, he's got the pole on his back, and he's got a squig in front of him, so he's still got a fair amount of work to do, but we got a lot done today. Alright, for his boots, I think that in the back is actually more silver. He's got, like, the silver metal plates back here. His little boot laces. I'll get some more of this too when I do the basing. Got the back of his, like, not loincloth, waist piece? I don't know what to call it. But yeah, we got a lot done today, chat. Tomorrow, I think we will work on more orcs, so if you're enjoying the orcs, we'll do some more tomorrow. Probably work on that other character that I wanted to work on today. I may take a little time to get some more colors on him, just so he's a little easier to see on stream. But I think we'll do some more orcs tomorrow. It was a few years ago now, but I had all my sisters over for pumpkin carving. I kept all the insides, froze the pumpkin in portions, for baking breads, and roasted all the seeds. I had pumpkin for ages. It was better than canned from the store. I don't care what they say about it still being good. That's a good idea, though, keeping all of that because pumpkin bread, pumpkin muffins. Yes. That's a good idea. Morks. I want to do that again. My aunt has made her own pumpkin spice syrup. Ooh, and I want to try it. Yes. I think that's always my thing is, like, the pumpkin carving's fun, but it is messy. And then I've never actually done anything with the innards. Maybe I should give it a try. Like, my, growing up, my mom would never, other than the seeds, she wouldn't make anything with it, so I never think to do it, but it's a good idea. Especially when you've got that much. If you're all carving pumpkins, that's a lot of pumpkin. Just throw in the blender or fruit processor. Okay, and you're good to go. I kinda wanna get those, like, the soup cube trays. I think that would be, yeah, blend it, throw it in that. Cube O pumpkin. Or rectangle O pumpkin. That's a good idea. I love doing the pumpkin seeds, but, like, Scott's not as big on it, and it's a lot of work for just me. Maybe we get a friend group together to do it, make it seem a little bit more worth it. It is a lot of work. Gotta blast some music or something while they're yeah. I think just having, like, fall vibes day, right? Make some coffee, carve the pumpkins. Just make a day out of it. Some snacks. Could be really nice. Alright, we've got another cable up by the claw. I think I might let's do some red just to break it up a little bit. Let's see, I mentioned that we played Gears of War yesterday with Slam. Anyone else playing anything right now? What games we playing, chat? I am still working my way through Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like 60 hours into it now. It's so good. But I'll keep pushing through the story here. I think I'm getting close to the end. I think I probably have like another longer play session left. Or like 2 little sessions. But it's been very, very... I almost don't want it to end. And so it's that kind of game. Metal Gear Delta is a really good remake. I keep seeing so many clips of that game. I have not played the games, but I have seen so many clips from it. I'm glad it's a good remake. I think Panda here in chat also enjoyed it. I'll get to go soon, but yeah, because the bug's been again, it's so good. It's definitely set aside time for Ghost. It's even being 60 hours in, there are times I just get to a spot that's so pretty and I just like stop and I stare. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm questing. And then I'll get going again and so stop and I stare. Silk Song, what do we think of Silk Song, Funky? I'm trying to decide if I try Hollow Knight again, like the first one. I tried it forever ago and I got super lost and I just never went back. I think if I just go in with a guide and give it another try. I'm considering it. Yeah, how you enjoying Silk Song? All right, Mr. Orc. What else can we kind of finish before we wrap up for today? Do want to do a little bit more on shoesies. It's more Hollow Knight, which is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Glad to hear that. I saw the not spoiler, but the usual chatter of the game is too hard that we always get with like Souls games and Hollow Knight. It's crept up again. I heard that it's harder, which is I guess my question to Funky. But then the the people that like will rate it badly because it's hard. It's always annoying. But I saw that was happening again. Sadie, goodness. All right, this bottle of paint is useless. I'm giving up on it. Do I have a similar paint? Fireforge, welcome in. How are you? I thought I had another. I do have another bottle of it. It's just slow. Getting lost is part of the game. Yeah, I just couldn't get myself unlost. I had a hard time getting unlost, so I just set it down one day and I never went back. But I should give it another try. Hi, Sadie. Hi. I'm gonna mute for a second. I could hear Scott in the garage coming home. I knew she was gonna go ballistic. Alright, that looks better for the boots. We needed a kind of a second highlight there. We wog in today. Yeah, we've got a few characters and then a bunch of orc knobs for this commission. So just trying to get a good start on them today. What you up to? It might be a bit harder, but also could be me getting older, unlearning many of my platforming skills. That's fair. I have no platforming skills, which also makes it difficult. So I'm a bad judge of how hard something would be. I love video games, but there's some genres I have a hard time with. Platforming is one of them. Shipping out lots of Bushido, let's go. Alright, I think we're gonna do a couple more highlights, and then I will probably take off to get lunch and work out and all that good stuff. Neat, yeah! I'll be honest, I need to, I'm not up to date on Bushido stuff. There are some cool minis, and then I don't remember what has released. What has not come out yet? I'm out of the loop. Did you hand paint the checker box? We did, yeah, we did that a little bit earlier. I have painted many orcs. I've, unfortunately, I have had good practice with the checkers. Yeah, this is part of an orc army commission, so I've done several different projects of orcs. And it's a lot of checkers. It's all goth orcs. Lots and lots of checkers. Thank you. They're they're really fun to paint. Obviously batch painting's never fun. So like the big batches of orc boys, they get to me after a little bit, but for the most part, like the characters are really fun to work on. So I'm having fun today. We've got this big boy that I'm hoping to work on tomorrow. It's just when he is black base coat, he's really hard to see. So hoping to work on him, and then I'll do the kind of the more batch painty stuff off stream. It's not quite as fun to work on stream. I don't know though, people really like orcs. Maybe it's okay. We'll see where I'm at, what else I got prepped, I think. But she has me spoiled, no batch painting. Starting on some Rivenstone, it's been a drag. That's fair. Yeah, when you go to those games like Bushido, we've been working on Conquest more, where you don't have the same dude 100 times. It makes a big difference. It's not the nostalgia, I think. Everyone thinks they're fun because they've always been around. Trying to think what I was just talking about. For the orcs, it could be. It could be part of it. I think the orcs just have a lot more detail than like I don't have a normal space marine up here. I just have characters, but like they've got I think between like all the little gubbins and stuff, this guy has like a little squig, which is a little critter that he gets too, and those are just kind of fun to paint. Just think they have more interesting stuff than like a lot of the power armor. I'm the same. I don't know anything about minis, but like the orcs, yeah, they've got more fun stuff to them, I think, is part of it. You've also got more like organic shapes and stuff. So it's a lot of skin tone, it's a lot of cloth, it's a lot of extra goodies. Or like Space Marines, if this was just a regular Space Marine, like it's just their armor. That's all you're painting. And you have to paint 100 of them. So I like you painting orcs because they aren't other Marines. Oh, to be jealous of? Organic, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just think they have more fun stuff to paint, as opposed to just, here's this set of armor, paint it 100 times. It becomes a drag after a bit. Yeah. How dare you? This is very important stuff. Welcome back. The trying to remember if it's just 40K, but yeah, they switched to K because they could trademark more things. Orc models do have buckles. They do. I return to Cake slandering. What a shock. She right though. You right though. What if you paint it all 101 times? Then it's different. Then it crosses back over. Like when things like loop back around. Yeah, then it's okay again. Not. Then it's okay. No, it's funny because orcs in fantasy for Warhammer, I believe, are C. And then 40K would be K. So orc with a K. I think is how Warhammer has done it. But then when Warhammer like renames armies and stuff, they try and find the thing they can basically copyright. It's so yeah. Yeah. So the fantasy army was orcs and goblins, and I believe that's with the C. And then the 40K is with the K. Warhammer does a lot of silly things with naming because of them trying to like trademark more stuff. So like some factions have just been straight up renamed so that they can put a trademark on it. Like Imperial Guard are now Astra Militarum. Things like that. Orks now for Age of Sigmar. Yeah, I was talking in like Old World. It's orcs for fantasy. Now it's Orks. There's all kinds of that they do. Eldar to Eldari. Astrum Militarum instead of Imperial Guard. Yep. But everyone just calls them Guard. GW can try. We're still calling them Guard. Yeah, I'm over it. No, I get it. I still call it the old name. Eldar, I will always call Eldar. We use Space Marine as a term anymore because they lost the trademark battle. Yeah, so now they're Adeptus Astartes. So there's a bunch of that. It says Astramilla whatever is a cop. That's right. It's like the Gatorade flavors. It's a cop. All right, let's do a little bit more silver highlights, and then I'm out. I'm hungry. I gotta go eat my protein, chat. What's for lunch? I've been doing... It's like a lazy girl onigiri bowl. So I do white rice. I have those like tuna packets. I have a it's like a Thai chili. I just put that with the rice. I do a little bit of Kewpie mayo and the like seasoning, the rice seasoning. And then I steam up some edamame with that. And it's a good amount of protein and I don't get too full. So I can work out after. But I got tired of actually putting it in the onigiri molds, so I just make a bowl with it. I just got lazy with it. But it's like one of my favorite lunches here while I'm watching my diet and stuff. It is really good. I like it. You could probably do it just like regular tuna too if you don't want the flavored, but I really like the Thai chili one. It's like a sweet heat, which is what I always like. It's pretty good. And the edamame is pretty good for protein and fiber and all that good stuff. Tuna gross. No. Tuna good. Tuna good. Tuna good protein too. Fish is very good protein. I do a lot of salmon, tuna. Gatorades identified by colors. End of story. Yep, exactly. Like Kool-Aid. Exactly. Make me feel better with lunch of corn dog and chips. I mean, that sounds good too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I do love me a corn dog. I hope you enjoy. It's not wrong. God damn, Sadie. Go away. Go away. It's not around sushi. Ooh, sushi. I could go for some sushi. It's been a bit since I've been able to get some sushi. Zadie, come back! She's being a menace. If I weren't in my PJ pants, I would switch over so you could see Sadie. But I am in comfy mode today. I don't think chat cares, but it feels a little weird. No shame in comfy mode. It just feels weird wearing jeans just to paint, you know? It feels weird. I'm always in comfy mode. It's getting to the point where like it's cooled off a little bit in the mornings. Like you can almost sweatpants it. Like I try in the mornings and then I have to swap back to shorts, but we're getting there. We're getting closer. The day that I can just wake up and wear sweatpants all day or like some leggings. That's the day. That's the day. The Torchy's taco of the month isn't bad. Pinko chicken, blue cheese, poblano slaw, honey. That sounds really good. I would like that. What is it called? Does it have a fun name or not so much? I'm guessing not if you didn't put it in the chat. I work in comfy pants with a blanket on my lap every day. Yeah. That's the way to do it. Blue cheese poblano, give me now. We're all going to Torchy's. Field trip. Let's go. Everyone in. Sounds really good. I don't even own jeans. That's the life right there. That's the life. I'm not a fan of honey being put on everything. That's fair. It does seem like, I know hot honey is kind of the thing I've seen more often. I'm a fan of honey, so I'll take it. I don't want it all the time, though. You are right. I don't eat on everything, but every now and then it gets nice. I can't relate. I love honey on stuff. Honey, savory, everything. Let's go. That's right. We do like dirty rice for dinners. And we do cornbread with it. And I just kind of put the cornbread with it and I just put the honey over like all of it. Like not on purpose on the rice, but like some of it gets on there and it's really good. Because then you got like the spices from the rice and then the honey together. Good. It's good. It's good. I need to find some good hot honey. I tried like a I'm like embarrassed to say. I tried like a store brand and it was really bad. I need to try like the name brand one. Is it Mike's or whatever? There's like one that people seem to like. I should have just gotten it. I was trying to save money and it wasn't the right call. Store, I wanted to try it, but I didn't realize how different it would be. You put ketchup on your honey? You would, Bill. You would. Hot honey and chicken and waffles? If I can have waffles. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sounds good. Feller for a call. You got this, Slam. Thanks for hanging out. You got this. Yeah, like usually store brand stuff's fine, and I'll do that. And it's not a big deal. I think I need to try the name brand for the honey. The hot honey, sorry. It was fine. Protein waffles, I need to see, unfortunately with my gluten-free, I need to find one I can have. The annoying bit is I'm also allergic to tapioca, which is what they normally will sub in. I may have to just make my own is what it is. Because there used to be, I think it was the Premier Protein, had the protein pancakes, but with my dumb gluten, I gotta be careful. Yeah, I wish I could just do those. They were really good. I need to just make my own. But if anyone else is trying to get the protein, yeah, they are very good. They're a good option, especially if you're sick of eggs like I get. I get so tired of eggs. Those protein pancakes and stuff are a lifesaver. Cricket flour? What? I'm assuming that's a brand, but I feel like I should ask. We use honey, cayenne, paprika, ancho chili powder, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. For what? What do you use currently for substitutes? Yeah, so depending on what it is, some of it will use more of like a corn or a rice flour. Some of the protein recipes, you can just straight up sub in protein powder. Unfortunately, the answer to some of it is I just avoid it because I haven't really found, like, bagels. I miss bagels. There's one brand of bagels that I can, like, have, but they're kind of pricey, so I get them every now and then when I'm, like, craving them. A lot of times it's just easier to avoid them and not risk it. But I'll treat myself to, like, a pack of bagels every now and then. Oh, for hot honey, I got you. They dry crickets and mash them into a flour substitute. Interesting. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I was just wondering, like, is that more protein because it's crickets? That's when I find out I'm allergic to crickets, too. Explain that to everyone. I'm sure it's fine by the time, yeah. Get swole, eat bugs. Hey, Big Dog, welcome in. How are you? Bugs are a huge source of protein? Yeah. No, it makes sense. Makes sense. I don't care how dystopian things get. I don't want to eat bugs for protein. That's fair. I mean, if they've been ground down, that's fine. I'm not gonna just grab a cricket and eat it. I don't think I'm at that point yet, but but if we're grinding it down, it seems fine. All right, I think it's a good point to wrap up for today, chat. We got a lot done on him. He will have his little squig, and he does have the like banner in the back, but like we got a lot done today. So I think I'll stop here, and then we do have some more orkies for tomorrow. So if you guys enjoyed the orcs, we'll be back with more. It's good there's so many more options now, yeah, but it's still hard. Know a lot of people, I know lots of gluten-free people. One has a health condition which can't have dairy anymore either. Yeah, it's hard. Raised vegetarian, so meat makes feel gross. I'm always thinking in the back of my head about trying to make big goods for her. Yeah, and it's so hard when it's like I said, sometimes it's just easier to avoid it. And it's, yeah, it just stinks. Sometimes it just sucks. I just got here, well, be here tomorrow. We'll have 3 more hours of vlog. Lots of cultures use bug for protein, but they mostly don't have a choice. I don't think I'm to the eat crickets for protein step yet. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the fish we were talking about earlier. Yeah. Your orc looks cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll let the client know that you guys would like more orcs. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. So let me go through the linkies. The first one is the one that we were kind of announcing today as we are partnered up now with GamesPlanet. So they are a distributor for PC codes if there's any games you're looking for. If you would like to help me out, I do have that reference code there. You just add that to the end of the URL, and then that will come back to me for affiliate type stuff. We'll be doing our first stream with that on Wednesday when we play Chronos. So you guys will get to see a better example of that. But if you guys want to check that out, that is there. We've also got... I'll hit all the buttons. Socials, I put up... I have a TikTok that's not doing well this morning, and I have a sponsored one that's going up later today. But if you want to check it out, that's over on TikTok. I'm also more active on Blue Sky. YouTube, we played Gears of War with Slam yesterday. That is now up on YouTube if you missed that and you want to check out the new Gears of War Reloaded. And then Discord, if you want to come hang out in between streams. We do have our Discord, so if you guys want to come join us there. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the support, and we will be back tomorrow with more Orkies. So hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. Bye-byes? Button? Okay, bye-bye!